What's going in, famalam? Walk one, walk one, walk one. Live, 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 live. Britain and Bando, we are here. Hang on a minute, I gotta turn on the light. It's a little bit dark in here. Sergio, you're gonna have to get down, mate. Sergio, you're gonna have to get down. Say hi to the people. And say bye to the people. There you go. Let me turn the light on. I wasn't trying to scare you. I wasn't trying to scare you. Look at me like, are you crazy? No, I wasn't trying to scare you, buddy. All right, what's going on, guys? Come on, crowd, come and talk to me. Let's chop it up. This segment of Britain and Bando is called Speaker's Corner, right? And a little place in London where people go and they speak their mind and they chop it up. How are you lot doing tonight? What is going on with you lot? I have been here shooting this. I have been editing. I've got video work that I need to take care of. I have been learning this cat. If you see the tip jar on the screen, it is there to incite you guys to support the show. We need all the love that we can get, right? We need all the help that we can get. We need all the sponsorship that we can get. We are not those fake reactors that pretend we don't need the famalam, right? This is how we build, right? So we need the help. We'll take it and feel obliged. Why not? Feel obliged. We wouldn't tell you otherwise. All right. So there's a couple of things I want to talk about today on this episode of Britain and Bando Speaker's Corner. We won't be playing any music today. We will just be chopping it up. So as you lot come in here and as you lot crowd around, we will talk. You lot can get involved. Tell me how you feel. We'll get to know each other. Let me first give you lot a true introduction to who I am and what it is I'm about and why I do this show. Well, as you well know, my name is Britain and Bando. Ugly Idris, Butters Beauty. That is who I am. That is who he is. That is who you're looking at. That is the nucleus of this show that we're building right here. Now, my objective, what I'm here for, what I'm doing is my whole goal is to put together a variety show. So it won't just be reactions. It won't just be news. It won't just be finance. It will be a little bit of everything. You know, I want to mix in all the content creators that I like, all the content creators that I love, everything that I find dope. I want to mix it and match it and make it into something that's my own. And you will enter into the world of Butters Beauty, aka Ugly Idris. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so that every time I drop one of these, you'll be notified immediately. So let's get into things, because there's a lot of bullshit going on out there. And there's a lot of things that we need to talk about. I'm looking online and I'm seeing things. Okay, so this actually right here is some love from the big homie, Ryu Ken. You know what I'm saying? Great reaction, famalam. I wanted to report that I just met Harry Mack in person at his Portland show. So man met Harry Mack in Portland. That's super dope. I didn't even realize that when he said it. I responded. Also, man like Q, one of the best dudes on YouTube that actually says duets, and I believe he's talking about Harry Mack and this gentleman I just did a reaction on. So we're going to get that out of there. And look what we got going on here. So we've been talking about this a lot. Crowd in. Show me some love. Hit that like button as you come in. If you watch this on the playback, show me the love that I need. So what's going on right here is man like August Alsina. I always thought it was August Alstina. This situation that he and Jada had before. Hey, come on, Bass. It makes you think to yourself, what kind of man would allow someone to come in his house and have his way with his wife, mingle with his children, sit on his couch, probably watch his television. The chef probably knows what August's favorite meals are. He's probably better at basketball than Will. He probably plays a better game with Jaden. And the family seem to be cool. What kind of man would allow that? What kind of man would, like, let's look at this. Let's take it up and really look at it, right? Jada's done nothing. Set it off. Jason's lyric. Woo. Not much. Her claim to fame is Will, right? And never, ever does she say anything in reference to how much he's done for it. Give myself a round of applause, because there's no one really saying that. The outlash at the award show was because she's jealous. The only time she's ever had a mouthpiece to say anything is on the Red Table Talk, and that was to bring him down a peg or two, because he's responsible for everything good that's happening in her life. Now, I'm not going to play this song. It's up there. It's called Shake the World. If you're interested in hearing it, then, you know, by all means, go and listen to it. But I am not one for kicking a man while he's down. And here's my problem with this whole situation. I know a lot of us, what's going on, come in here, show me some love, state your name, get involved in the conversation. Today is Speaker's Corner. Now, I'm not one for kicking a man while he's down, and here's why, right? This man is at the end of his wits. He got up and he did something that made no sense, makes no sense. He responded in a way that made no sense, makes no sense. They are now taking his movie deals away from him. There will be no, he had a movie on Netflix that was dope. Blue, something about blue monsters, light, some shit. They won't be doing that anymore. They have put a hold on Bad Boys 4. We might not see another Fresh Prince. I don't know Will to be business savvy outside of acting. You know, Shaq is like 200 million, 500 millionaire. So I'm going to be honest. What he did was wrong. I laughed about it. You know, I did laugh about it. And the reason I laughed about it is because I found it shockingly amusing. I did find it amusing, right? But I have to ask myself, when the shit hits the fan, and Jada leaves, will the secrets come out? What secrets? Well, there's a lot of rumors that have been going on about Will Smith for a very, 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 very long time. So again, I ask myself, what kind of man would allow his wife to have another man in the house around his kids? And that will make you ask yourself why he's been taking all this abuse when you're bringing everything to the table. It makes you think that there are secrets that may come out. So I've been hearing already, right? Now they're saying that Serena Williams' dad and Venus Williams' dad has a daughter that is way not involved in the situation. He ain't talked to her in years, and now she has a point. I go online today, right? And Will Smith made things very difficult for this co-star. I lost everything, right? They're running this playback on this story of the original Aunt Viv, which is old, right? But what my fear is, because I actually like both these guys, You know what I'm saying? I do like both of these guys. But what my fear is that, well, looking at this, there's two things you could say. The first thing is that there's no real dirt on Will. Because this is an old story. We all know about this story. And none of us really care or cared that he did Aunt Viv dirty. And he kind of fixed that situation in the reunion, and they all shook hands and they all kissed and everything was better. But I think they're going to try and tear this guy down. And here's why, right? If they don't, then he seems invincible, number one. If they don't, I saw Angry Man saying that this is an attack on freedom of speech, and it is. It is an attack on freedom of speech. Absolutely, it's an attack on freedom of speech. Because who are the only people who can speak freely in our community? Comedians. They tried to cancel Dave Chappelle. Why is Dave Chappelle doing his thing? Because he's a comedian. Anyone else that said anything about the LGBTQ, I don't know any of the other letters, right? But no one else has really come at these people and talked to these people and had a career to talk about afterwards. Dave Chappelle survived, and Chris Rock is going to have a fucking field day with Will Smith when he finally finishes putting his material together and he takes this on a smack tour. I have heard that Chris Rock is getting, well, he had a show that was booked pre-smack, and it was about, I think they were saying, $40, $50 a ticket. Post-smack, I think that's how you say it. He's looking at it. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit this notification bell. If you're watching this on a playback, make sure you support the Famalam. We are up on subscribers. We are up on donations. I need to change those things on the screen. But that is just to let you know that we have a weekly goal and we have a sub goal. And we are shooting to hit 1K in both areas. The little jar. It's supposed to go when you lot drop tips. But for some reason, I don't know. I'm figuring it out. We'll figure it out. But and always, as always, you can donate to mrdopeWilliams@gmail.com. That is the PayPal. We appreciate all the love. But my concern is that Will may hurt himself. And that's not what I want. I think Chris is playing a smart game. I think Chris understands there's a lot of money to be made. And he's going to make it, whether that be suing or whether that be just from ticket sales and his value going through the roof. There's a gentleman that was out who had an awful lot to say about Will Smith's situation. Now, as I say, I'm not proud of him. I'm actually disappointed. Here's why I'm disappointed. I was having a conversation with a white friend of mine who doesn't understand how celebrity black people, how I would feel like they represent me. He doesn't understand how I say this situation has taken us 60 years back, right? But it has. And the reason it has is because there's some people that don't know black people, right? There's some people that don't meet them. There, believe it or not, there are towns right here in America that have a population of 0 black people, right? So how would they see a representation? Through television, through news, through music. And someone like Will Smith, someone like Denzel Washington, someone like Samuel L. Jackson, even though he come from hard beginnings, someone like Jay-Z, someone like Barack Obama, they provide a good image. And when you go up there and you take that image that we've held at such a high standard, in the black community, we hold the Smiths at a high standard. You destroy that. So not only do you destroy it, but when you have the opportunity to fix it, you then thumb your nose at it. So not only is it a bad representation, but it's a bad example for the kids. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible example for the kids. Right? Because what's too far? I was watching an interview with Kevin Samuels. Large up Kevin Samuels is a goat in this thing. And man was saying, what's too far? Famalan, what's going on? Man was saying, what's too far? What is too far? That's a very, very fucking valid question. What is too far? I believe contact, physical contact is too far. What gives you the right to take your hand and put it in someone's face? Nothing. That's too far. Verbal is okay. Contact is too far, because what do you do now if Chris Rock shoots Will Smith? What do you do now if he fights back and now the two of them are rolling around on a fucking stage and making a fucking more buffoonery of just, it's just a fucking mess. And it's not going to get better from here. I missed the 13th first 40 minutes. Brother, I was just talking about this Will Smith situation and just chopping up. And what I was getting into real quick is there's a certain individual that was talking a lot about Will Smith. Talking about his assault. Talking about how he needs to be punished. And it's this guy right here, right? And what I found amusing about it is, look at this. It's Jim Carrey. She didn't ask for that kiss. She didn't ask for that kiss. She did not ask for that kiss right there. Right? So, actually, it was Mrs. Bando that put me onto that. So, while it's so easy to point the finger at a man that's clearly having, in my opinion, a nervous fucking breakdown, that's not the Will Smith that we knew growing up. That's not the Will Smith from Fresh Prince. That's not the happy, zesty, flamboyant Will Smith that everyone feels safe around. It's not. And in my opinion, the reason that it's not is because he is begging approval from someone that is going to leave him when the shit hits the fan. You have done everything in your power to maintain this situation, and this woman wants Tupac, and until she has Tupac back, she will be taking August Alsina. This is a mad triangle between a youth that's got emotional and mental and all kind of problems, and a dead LA gangster rapper. Some people need to look out for Will. Yes, people need to check on Chris. Chris is going through it. My personal opinion is Chris is going to milk this thing, and he's going to make a lot of fucking money from this thing. Large up Chris. His brother's going to go on tour. All 10 of them will probably make a career out of this, and they'll get a bag, and they'll fix the situation with Will, or they won't, and they'll sue the shit out of him. But either way, they will win in this situation, right? Rap artist, moving on. Because I run through topics. I'm going to be running through topics on Speaker's Corner. But if there's anything you want to talk about, talk to me, man. Hit me in the comment section. Talk to me, man. Like Ryu Ken is showing love to the Famalam. We're going to do this more often. We'll get more comfortable with each other. The rooms will get bigger. But these Speaker's Corners are for exactly that, to talk. So rap artist Markelly Morrow, known as Goonyu, was reportedly shot to death in a parking lot in District Heights, March 18th, TMZ, right? The family members believe he was a victim of armed robbery. Here's the matter with this situation, right? They threw a party, right? And they had the rapper like standing in the party, but dead. I have always said, when I go, I want people to party for me. You bro, I heard. They told me that you met Harry Mack. I seen the post. Large up man like Ryu and Ken for meeting Harry Mack. That's huge. How was it? How was the show? Did you get to give him words? My thing is a bit slow, brother. I hope you got to give him words. Was it kind of omegally? Did it feel like the shows that we watched? We're getting some phones in here soon, so you man can call and talk. The guy, yeah, you're answering me, yeah, bro. But the man was so they had him propped up, right, in the club, and people were just dancing around him. Now, as I said, I always want people to throw a party for me when I go, right? I can't imagine. Look online. Any of you look at, they get a chance. Any of you that see this, look online and look at this. This is the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's nowhere near Halloween. Nowhere near Halloween. You couldn't pay me all the fucking tea in China to party with a corpse. Madness. Let me give myself a round of applause for having some common sense. I was in the pre-show. He rapped for 15 people up close and personal. That's hard, bruv. That's hard. Did you get to, you said wow and then you said yes. Did you get to pick a word? Tell me, brother, did you get to pick a word? So yeah, man, that's some of the news for today. This was a Mazza. Look it up. Washington, D.C. rapper's corpse was reportedly propped up and on display at a nightclub for the performer's last show on Sunday, according to TMZ. So these men were getting paid still from the dead man. Some people have no fucking conscience. Listen, make sure you lot like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you lot hit the notification bell. There may not be too many man in the live. If you're watching us on the playback, we need all the love and support that we can get. All right, so moving on. Oh, and this was fire. Jazmine Sullivan won 2 Grammys. 2. That's huge. She is arguably the best, if not one of the most fire vocalists. And it's not often that real singers and just purists win. So give Jazmine Sullivan a round of applause. I don't think she's ever really popped since I bust the windows out of your car. So it's good to see her getting the love that she deserves. She is damn near every R&B singer's favorite R&B singer. That's hard. Your word was sarcasm. Bro, I'm going to be looking for... Because you know what it is? You went to a show in Portland. So if he's going to put any shows on the next Mac, it will be, obviously his homecoming. So that was super big. That's the super fire, bro. My word was sarcasm. I'm going to check for that word. So yeah, man, Jazmine Sullivan won 2 Grammys, which is super dope. Super dope. This guy right here, Louis C.K., right? Do you lot know who this guy is? Do you know who Louis C.K. is? Right here, Ken? You know who he is? He is a comedian, right? The Mazza, I feel like, is that you? Is that Sergio? Is that you? Is that you? Do not nibble that cord. Do not nibble that cord. Wagwan chef, what's going on? We're having a speaker's corner. Join in, talk to us, man. Let's have a little bit of a convo. So this guy Louis K. The reason I'm speaking about this guy is, and I know we're kind of flim-flamming. What fucked me up the most about that whole situation, right, is that they still gave Will Smith that award. And this is another guy. This is a comedian who's kind of big. He's in the middle of a sexual assault case. And if you know this guy, Louis C.K. was a GOAT comedian back in the day. Exactly. This guy right here had a piece that I still don't understand, where him, Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld, and Eddie Guevara, I think I might be pronouncing his name wrong, were really finding the word nigger hilarious. I'm talking about so hilarious that they were crying, couldn't believe it. One said it by accident, the other one joined in. Oh, you said it. Oh, he said it. Oh, I can't believe you say it. You know, you say it sometimes. Oh, no, I don't say it. Make sure you like, subscribe. Seinfeld was like, no, I never say it. Never, ever say it. And he was one of them guys that was up there saying he says it. But the only reason I'm posting this, right, is because they still awarded him with a Grammy for an album where he spoke about the assault case that he's being charged for. Let's give whoever thought it was smart enough to let this guy get away with this a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause. Donkey of the day, right? Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. If you're watching this on a playback as you come in here, make sure you do the same for me. I appreciate the love. So yeah, man, it just fucks. It's just amazing to me that they're awarding the bad guys. Have you noticed that? Have you paid attention to Netflix? Have you paid attention to your HBO shows? How they are kind of mystifying the villains, how they're kind of sexying up the bad guys. Have you ever watched Dexter? Do you know what I'm saying? And here we go, awarding the villains. This guy should be okay. He doesn't seem to be mentally unstable. He hasn't slapped anyone. My biggest concern when it comes to what is the hellfire and damnation that's about to come is Will Smith's mental stability, right? So if you follow him on Twitter, just ask, man, are you okay? Fuck if it's coming from the bando, that's not important. Just reach out to, man. If you ever like Will Smith, if you ever like Fresh Prince, if you ever had love, understand that your social media account is a real link. And sometimes, although you may not think so, sometimes your message may get through and you may be able to help someone who you really cared about growing up. Social programming. Facts, brother. Facts. Big facts. Big facts, brother. So here what we are on to right now. So we're talking about man like Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, right? This situation has come up, but this is an old situation because if I'm not mistaken, although they've said that Tory has been locked up and he's looking at 350,000, they're saying that I'm wondering if this is from the tweets or if this is from the Rolling Loud tour. Tory Lanez messy tweets about Megan Thee Stallion shooting prompted the judge. No. It looks like it's recent. It looks like it's tweets. See, this is so stupid. Those are expensive tweets. I don't know what the tweets were, but I thought a lot of comedians are really going in on Will now. Will, we don't have to talk about Tory Lanez if you want to talk about Will a little bit. Everyone's talking about Will. Will is going to have a problem. Here's what's going to happen with Will. Will had a small fire that was containable in a garbage can in his house. And somehow he let the fire get around the house, and now that shit is all over his fucking career and it's everywhere. He is going to be. It could like what's happened first is Chris has been the scapegoat. Everyone's making fun of Chris. When they've done with Chris and they start to turn around and really go in on Will, it's going to be like the cry face for Michael Jordan. It's going to be like the cry face for Michael Jordan. Even though LeBron's cry face was crazy, no one's cry face has taken over from Michael Jordan. And Will Smith is going to be the butt of jokes for the next 20 years. Bro, do you know what it is, bruv? It's not the slapping the man on stage is bad for so many different reasons, right? But the worst of all is you destroy your name. And it's not worth it. Here's the thing. I don't know where you lot are from. I don't know where your backgrounds are from. I don't know where. I know most of my fan base or most of my friends or, well, most of the family. I don't really like fans because who the fuck am I to have fans? But most of the family, right, are like middle-aged. So if you're any road or street or have any kind of street knowledge, if that situation occurs and someone says something disrespectful that you don't like, the man thing to do would be to say, I'm gonna have to deal with that outside. That would be the man thing to do. To go up there in the middle of the show and do that when the person's defenseless is kind of pussy. It's pussy. Chris Rock's smaller than him. Chris Rock's older than him. Everybody already hates Chris. He's not a fighter. That was pussy. I mean, it doesn't get much more pussy than that. And I hear now that Chris's arm was broken a couple of weeks before. Not only that, but he spent the majority of his life dealing with the fact that he was always bullied as a younger person. So you're just looking more fucked up. Not to mention, I do believe that Chris has friends in high places that are going to make things very difficult for Will in the future. Very difficult for Will in the future, as you're seeing by the deals that he's losing by the credit. Moving on, little bit of finance. Will Smith is a GOAT, and this will be a nah, chef. No, it won't be, chef. This will not be a drop in the bucket, chef. It won't be, bruv. And here's why. I was saying before you came in here, right, that it really comes down to an attack on freedom of speech. And Will Smith couldn't have picked a worse time to be the personification of someone who opposes a man's freedom of speech. He couldn't have picked he's literally put himself in position to be like, okay, I represent those who say you can't say what you want to say. And that's a bad place to be in. Especially when he was so loved. I find that there's nothing more than people enjoy nothing more than to turn on a man and watch him crumble. The deals are going away, boss. They have stopped the recording. He had 45 pages of Bad Boy 4. They took it away. And that is the most guaranteed money Will's got is Bad Boy 4. They took it away. He had a show called Glow that was on Netflix. They halted that. There were some other things that were halted as well. Fresh Prince just finished getting recorded, so I don't think we're going to get another one of those, right? That's not good, bruv. And that is man's main eat. Although he's worth, I think they said 350 mil, I doubt maybe if 25% of that is stuff that's tangible that he can put, that's the liquidable assets. That's all land, it's all net, it's all rollies and cars. None of that is like stuff that he can move right away. If they stop him from getting more roles, because I got to be honest, you would think at this point you would start to wind down. Agreed, but he will still be loved. His PR team will flip it. I mean, we're going to have to see, mate, because here's the thing, right? If this had been the Source Awards, damn, I showed my age right there. If this had even been the BET Awards, maybe even the MTV Awards, but the stage that Will took this on was it couldn't have been, the only way it could have been bigger if Vidya had done it at like the White House or something. So an example has to be made. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you remember Tiger Woods? Obviously, I don't know if you can say Tiger Woods' situation was worse because he didn't assault anyone. And he almost never came back. Will ain't no athlete. We already know that he doesn't have the mental stability to handle a beatdown. Tiger Woods is an athlete, so he was able to push through, and Tiger's Tiger again. But it was a long, long time that it was looking bad. And I don't think Will's strong enough to handle it, because if he was strong enough, he would have told Jada to fuck off a long time ago. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Support the family, and we need all the love we can get. Yeah. I don't think he's strong enough, bro. I don't think he's strong enough, and I don't think it's just going to be a slap on the wrist, because there's big money that's already been halted. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't think she stays. If shit really goes bad, I don't think she stays. I think she issues for a divorce. I don't see Ryder in Jada, and the reason I don't see Ryder in Jada, it's not that I've always thought, it's not that I didn't think she was always a beautiful woman. It's not that she wasn't my favorite growing up. The father, the troll father, says Jada looks like a little boy. For me, Jada embodies black power in a woman, right? And that's why I was so disappointed with how she's handled this situation. That's why I was so disappointed with the fact that she's never stood up for Will. But someone raised a very, very... You see what I'm saying, bro? Tiger Woods is definitely worse. Nah, do not push through. He was on drugs and foods that anyways too much. You never lied. But see the thing, with him though is he still didn't assault anyone. Of course, bro, the debate's fuego. But yeah, you made me lose my train of thought. Well, as you see on the screen anyway, the next topic of the night was the Fear and Greed Index. Right now, things are looking neutral, right? So I told you, man, a little while back, I think I spoke to you a lot about the Fear and Greed Index when things was about 32, right? So at 48, things look like by the summer, we could be looking all right. Things look like by the summer we could be looking at things all right. I'm not really here for the breakdown, but I do want to go into a couple of things that look like they are on sale. All right, so Bitcoin is 45 grand. Ethereum is 3 grand. This was 4 bags not too long ago. Solana was down to 124. XRP is 80 cents. Cardano is $1.15. It's down now, but it's up a little bit. Doge has had a little pump. Binance is up. Shiba Inu is down by a shitload. These all look pretty good. Let me see. VeChain is 73 cents. Decentraland is 248. So basically, other than a few things, everything is on sale. I would be looking to dollar cost average. That means as you see things drop, you put a little bit in. Little bit, not too much. Buy a little bit of Bitcoin, buy a little bit of ADA. This is not financial advice. This is just bando chit chat. Yeah, so I would look to dollar cost average if you want to know what dollar cost average is in. Just like Chef said, when we pop the Discord, we will be able to talk about it. Fear and Greed Index. When fear is up, become bold. When greed is up, beware. Yes. When there is blood in the streets, no. When there's blood in the streets, put more blood, even if the original blood is your own. That's a Rockefeller quote. But yeah, man. So listen, we chopped it up today, right? For they blocked me again. Oh my gosh. We chopped it up today. Come here, boy. Come. We chopped it up today for Speaker's Corner. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We're going to do this more often, all right? We're going to get more of us in here. We're going to have more conversations. We're going to get the Discord popping. As you see, I've turned things up on my side. You see the screen's looking a little bit better. You see I'm looking a little bit more crispy and just a little bit more ugly. And we'll be continuing to do that. All the support that we get from you guys, we do put back into the show. And that's what keeps us all crispy. Now, listen, I am your guy, Butters Beauty. We will do more Speakers Corners. For the rest of the week, we'll be doing live reactions and we will jump in back into the recorded reactions. Please check out my videos. I just dropped a Harry Mack Omegle Bars 32 reaction. That was kind of fuego. Support your guy. Show me some love. I will show it all back. I am your guy. I am him. He is I. I am out.